This is Drew Code Sports Talk. I am your host, Andrew Wright. Over here to my co-host, Cody Johnson. Cody, I'm going to let you explain to the folks what exactly this video is.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, so because sports happens every single day, and there's so much news. Yeah, you didn't know that? Like the Earth, it just keeps moving. Anyway, so what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to do a quick take sort of video where we give off like maybe 5 or 6 questions that are kind of quick explanation, kind of quick answers, so that way we hopefully can hit as much of the sports world as possible without making 15-minute videos on each single question, because trust me, it's very difficult to do those kind of videos and put them out ASAP. So hopefully we'll get this one quicker. So got a couple questions for you when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
Fire, coach.
All right. So last night the Warriors blew out the Spurs 136-100. They now have a 2-0 lead. Are the Spurs going to get swept?
No. Next question. I'm just kidding.
Wait.
No.
Why?
No, I feel like, because I believe that Kawhi Leonard is going to be coming back.
Okay.
I feel like they're going to have to at least get one in San Antonio, and I think that's all they're going to get. I believe the Warriors win in 5.
Okay.
I think the Spurs are a good enough team. They're a good veteran team, which also is another word for they are an old team. But they do have some good players that I feel like they're going to get at least one against the Warriors, because the Warriors are not going to keep shooting like they are, although it does help when you have a Kevin Durant. I don't think that if the Spurs win, I don't think it'll be like the Warriors winning against the Spurs.
Right.
I think it'll be like, within 5 points. But I feel like the Spurs at least have to get
at
one.
Least one.
I think they are good enough to get one.
I don't think I can remember the last time Popovich ever got swept. So I think the Warriors will sweep them, but I think Popovich will coach them into at least one game. So I'm somewhat in agreement with you. But all the wins are going to be blowouts, though. You're right. It'll come down to like 1 point or 2 points when it comes to the Spurs winning. But all right, second question. So Cavaliers beat the Boston Celtics tonight in Boston to take 1-0. Boston getting swept this series?
No, I again, with the way that Cleveland has been playing defense, even though they're dominating, they're sweeping the whole playoffs. I still feel like Boston is somewhat a good enough team to get one in Boston. I don't think Boston can win in Cleveland, but I just feel like the way that Boston's been trending, they've been a hot team. Yeah, I know that it took them 7 games to beat the Wizards, but a lot of people were thinking that the Wizards were better than Boston, and Boston winning that, to me, says I think they'll have the momentum going in, and they'll at least win one. I actually thought it was going to be this game just because they were running that hot streak, and I thought Cleveland might come out really slow, but, honestly, this playoff, you can't really predict it other than Cleveland and Golden State are going to see each other in the finals.
Yeah, it's a foregone conclusion. I think Boston's getting swept. I know that Boston is a good team, but honestly, Cleveland is in the zone right now, and I think they're doing it at the perfect time to where you need this. I would say you need this momentum come the conference finals to the finals to be as dominant as possible, so that way you can be full throttle. And when LeBron James is at full strength and he's giving his all, he's the most unstoppable player on the court, and you and I both know that. So I think that right now I get it that they swept the last 2 series, but there were some games where there was close between Toronto and the Pacers in the last 2 series. But I think with Boston, they may be the toughest team that's made it out of the East to compete, but I think Cleveland is just going to go ape stuff all over them, and they're not. I don't even think they'll get 1 win. I can't even confidently say that. I think that they're a foregone sweep for sure. Okay, next question. Eagles signed LeGarrette Blount today. Is that a good signing?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good signing. I mean, it's definitely different than what they've had in the recent past, I should say. But you have Alshon Jeffrey for Carson Wentz. You have LeGarrette Blount behind you, who is going to be a big-time goal line threat. I don't know how he fits the Eagles' system necessarily, but they can get into the red zone, and I think their issue was finishing in the red zone last year. So I feel like that will help them for sure. I actually like the Alshon Jeffrey signing better. And then they also signed Torrey Smith, so they got a lot of weapons on the outside, and then they have a decent running back for the Eagles there now.
Yeah, I kind of think they should spend a little bit more money on the defense, but hey, what do I know? Okay, so the last question is, last night was the NBA lottery draft selection. Boston got the number 1 pick, Lakers number 2, Philadelphia number 3. The rest teams don't matter. Okay, let's see.
Oh,
Don't mess up my sunglasses.
Sorry.
Okay, Boston. Do they use the number 1 pick, and if so, on who? But if not, what do they do with it?
they need to use it.
Okay.
Will they? That's a good question. I think they will because they got a ton. Like you actually posted on Drew Code.
Yeah.
Where they got all these picks from that trade. You know, I think they should use it. I don't think you need to trade it away unless you're going to go after a superstar like possibly a Jimmy Butler or someone. They're not going to get Paul George. He's halfway into LA already.
Yeah.
But I think they should use it. I think they should use it on Fultz because he will help with their scoring. Because we had actually talked about it earlier on Drew Code was about who else do you have besides Isaiah Thomas? What are you going to dish it out to Kelly Olynyk? Yeah, he had a great game against the Wizards, but he hasn't been consistent.
Right.
When you have a guy like Fultz who can score a lot, that gives Isaiah Thomas another guy to pass the ball to you can trust make a shot. So I feel like they should go after Markelle Fultz. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I think that the Boston Celtics actually should use it as a trade chip. The reason why is because I think if you take this 2017 number 1 pick draft and you say give it to Chicago, let's say, for Jimmy Butler, who's still got a lot of years left and is a great player and is another scoring option for Isaiah Thomas, and it's a veteran, which is what you need because you still got Jaylen Brown, who you just drafted. You got Avery Bradley, that's still fairly young, but he's a defender. So I think those are some good pillars. Or what you do is you go after Paul George and you basically get him on a rental, which sucks, but hey, if you're going for championships, you still have that 2018 first-round draft pick for the Nets in your back pocket. So it's essentially like I'm giving this to get a player right now, and then when they succeed with us, they'll stay. But I still got next year's potential number 1 draft pick because the Nets aren't excelling at all. We both know this. They're going to probably suck again next year.
I didn't know that. That's breaking news to me.
I'll put it on the banner.
I would say that's fake news.
That's fake news. Alternate facts.
Yeah.
But no, in my opinion, I think what they should do, they should go out there and get a Jimmy Butler or they should get a Paul George. Even if it is on a 1 or 2 year rental, I think what you do is once you get competitive and you get a fighting chance to beat LeBron James, because all you need is a chance to get there and you need the firepower. And Isaiah Thomas, God, that guy's got a heart of gold, but he's not going to do it on his own. So I think you need that extra firepower. The Lakers are getting Ball, I think for sure. And Philadelphia, I think, is going to probably get either Monk or Josh Jackson because Monk would be a good shooting guard, which is what they need. And then Josh Jackson would be a good 3 guard or a good 2-way guard. So.
Yeah, I don't see the Lakers going after anyone else, even though it pains me. Let me preface it by this. I love Lonzo Ball. I don't think he's a terrible player. I'm not a fan of his dad, and I'm not going to get into it other than just not a fan. Okay, Lonzo Ball has got a lot of pressure on him, and that scares me.
Yeah.
Because the Lakers, right now, are very fragile. If you're a Boston Celtics team, you can trade away that's amazing that you even have that option of, we can trade this pick away, or we could just, use the pick. With the Lakers, it was like, we need a top 3 pick, otherwise we lose it, and we have no one else.
Yeah.
So that scares me. I really liked Jason Tatum. You're not going to take him number 2. I understand that. I really like the kid. I think he's very good.
Where's he from again?
Duke. But and I'm starting to kind of creep into De'Aaron Fox a little bit more. I do like Lonzo Ball. He's a very good distributor, and I think he could really help this team out, especially if we get a Paul George.
Yeah. That
That would really help. He will absolutely help that team. So I don't want people to think that I hate Lonzo Ball. I just am not a fan of his dad. And I think he could fit what the Lakers will do, but we have to get Paul George.
Right.
If we don't, Lonzo Ball holds no weight.
Exactly. In my opinion, Lonzo Ball, I think, is a great kid. I would actually was hoping he'd have more of a competitive side, like maybe a De'Aaron Fox. But again, you can't make him perfect. But I think he's a great kid. I really won't. We talked about this in our draft video too. I don't want LeVar Ball, but it's kind of like, unfortunately, when he goes to LA, you're going to get them both regardless. So we'll see how it happens. We'll see how Magic Johnson and Jeannie Buss and the Lakers organization handle it. I imagine that they'll do it with class now that they don't have that outside, presence that was just kind of hanging over the organization that was making them like kind of the bad, franchise to stay away from. That's why we lost so many free agents. But I think it'll be an interesting draft, and I'm curious to see what happens. I hope he pans out because, knock on wood, hopefully this kid doesn't go through some catastrophic injury where his career can't even take off because of something happening. So, hopefully good luck on that. So, anyways.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is Drew Code Sports Talk. Also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Drew Code Sports Talk. And don't forget to go out and get your Canaan's, the official sunglass, well, not the official, but
unofficial sunglasses.
A lot of the Giants wear them, and for you Dodger fans who have been watching now, a lot of the Dodgers wear them too. Anyway, thanks, guys.